Good morning, uh, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Um, Welcome to today's weekly update. And we have been tracking dates to know when this current wave is going to be over, which is quite impulsive. And it's difficult for you again to say, oh, this is the level you're going to join an ongoing wave or trend. Very, very difficult. You have to wait. And that is what I'll be teaching us, how to wait, what to see. So what we know is in terms of wave and structure, it's very important, which we have to pay attention to. It is very, very important that we pay attention to it. These had gone quite impulsively to the upside and is going up. You're thinking that, will this ever end? And we have said that you don't follow and join a trade that you are not able to decide where the trade is, what structure is making. Is it about ending? Is it in the middle or the beginning of that trade? When you cannot answer all of that, it is better not to trade it until you are able to pick, oh, this is what this trade is doing. This is where this trade is. This is where this wave is. This is the structure now that I'm seeing. Now, for those of us that we know about wave and Elliott wave and structure and count, if it's corrective, you know what it is. If it's impulsive, you know what it is. And at times, impulsive wave, counting it could be very, very subjective, but there are things you have to watch and look for in counting it, except you know what to do and you've been practicing what you think is the end of wave 1 or wave 2 or wave 3 might not actually be. But there are things that I'm going to drop here today that would help us and assist you. Loss of momentum is what we always look for. Deviation is what we look for. And your ability to spot wave 4, it's also very key. And we have said that wave is fractional. It is fractional. It develops into a broccoli. So your ability to scale it down and to actually peel it, like for instance now, if you're on wave 1, your ability to spot 4 of wave 1, it's very important. If you are on wave 3, your ability to spot 4 of wave 3, it is very important. It's key. Then if you are on wave 5, which is the last wave, your ability to spot 4 of that particular wave also is key. Spotting the 4th wave of these waves, of this structure, it's very important because it's going to be the key to your success. Now, this is DXY on the daily basis. And now with what we are seeing, we are looking at completing this structure where this becomes our W. Let me try to zoom out a bit. Now, when this entire run here becomes our W, and what we have here becomes our X, and that this will complete a Y, at least at about 100% extension. That is what we are expecting. So this is a flat here, and what we are seeing here most likely is going to complete an 100% extension to the upside. But what we expect from a wave C, of a Y structure is not just going to go up like this. That is not what it says. That is not the structure. You must understand, no matter how impulsive it becomes, and you think it's going to go all impulsive until the end here and get here, that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the structure of the wave C of the last Y usually is in triad. And that is the structure we are expecting. We are expecting a correction of a B wave, which is going to be a three-wave format to the downside. And the last C will form a proper 5 waves that you might also be able to, follow. So we still need this to correct, where it will get to when it's correcting, it's another thing entirely. And so we should wait until that begins to happen. Now, I want us to show us something here. Wave 4, it's key. You have to spot the wave 4, the wave 4 major. Wave 4 major is after you have done wave 5 and wave 4 of 3. You must be able to spot a wave 4 major. Wave 4 major, oftentimes, we break the trend line of the wave 3. That is what we expect. Always be looking for that. And when you see wave 4 major, that is when you're saying that, okay, I think we are at the end. Just one more wave, we should be going in the other direction. So spotting wave 4 major is very, very important. And wave 4 minor, for example, if you are on wave 3, so wave 4 minor will be created on that wave 3 to give you the 5th wave of wave 3. And the wave 4 major will come to the downside, oftentimes without breaking the wave 4 minor. So, and after that had happened, you're going to see one last wave to the upside, then the price will come down. When you are ready to come to the downside, what usually you will see is the impulse, an impulse that will break that wave 4, sharp to the downside. So wave 4 major had to be broken sharp to the downside, and then you can say that we are ready to come to the downside. So what are the signs that we can pick apart from counting the internal structure? Let's look at Dxy. No, I'm seeing this now. I don't know anything. So I may not probably be able to see where wave 2 of the microstructure is. I saw all this, and all this that is going sideways looks to me as if momentum is being lost. That is all I can see. Then I saw the appearance of this candle here, which is the daily candle. And I want to pay attention to this. This daily candle occurred, which is the deep correction, without taking the low of this other candle here. So you can see. So this looks like a wave 4. Now, this wave 4 may be the wave 4 of wave 3 or a wave 4 major. That is one thing I want you to see. It could be a wave 4 of a 3 the third wave or a wave 4 major without breaking it. You can see, for those that have a smaller screen, so you can see that it is not breaking it. So it could be a wave 4 major. Now, after this went up sharp again to give us this. So this is the fifth wave. And I can now tell you that this is the fifth wave. Now, seeing this as the fifth wave, and this is the fourth wave, without breaking here. So what are we saying? We are saying that most likely this may be a wave 4 major, or it also may be the wave 4 or wave 3. So those are the two things I can deduce from here. This is a fourth wave. So it's either it's a wave 4 major, or it is the fourth wave of wave 3. So if that is, if we take it as the fourth wave of wave 3, then this should be wave 5. So anyhow, so what I can do is that this is wave 5. So this now may be wave 5 of wave 3. The only thing I know here for now is that wave 3 is done, completely done with. At least. That's the least that I can still tell you here, that wave 3 is completely done. So this is fourth wave, either major or fourth wave of wave 3. So the least it can be now is the fourth wave of wave 3, if it's not wave 4 major. And this is what? The last wave of wave 3. Now, one thing again you will see is that for the first time, we can see that a candle appeared, a daily candle that closed below another daily candle, which never occurred. This in itself is telling you it's a sharp movement to the downside. Breaking this end here tells me this may now be the beginning of a change of pattern. And if not, the least that it can be now, it's a wave 4 major. By breaking this sharp to the downside, tells me this could be the beginning, if I'm too proactive and enthusiastic and I'm forward. The most it can be is the beginning of a new trend. That means I'm very, very optimistic. If I'm cautious, the least it can be is a wave 4 major. That means I'm cautious. But I'm optimistic. The most is what the beginning. So we're in between. So if it's the wave 4 major, then this should go up as the last wave that we expect. Take up this place once more and begin to come down. That is what you should be expecting now. But if it is a wave, the beginning of the change of the trend, it should not break the top. So this is going up. We're expecting it. Okay, it may take the top. It may not take the top. So in case it takes the top, no problem, no pressure is going to come down, because we are at the last stage of this if it breaks the top. If it does not break the top, I don't have anything to lose. So what do we do in this case if you want to sell? Saying that this had broken this point, what anybody now wants to do is, if you had picked a sell from here, you put your stop loss here. If indeed this is the beginning of the new trend. This is not going to break the top. It is going to now begin to do a wave 2, pull back, and the wave 3 should now break this, which is the fourth wave of wave 3. But if it goes up again and break the top, then the next wave that is going to come down sharp will break this level here. That is when you will know that, yes, you are moving again. Then you now look for a retracement to sell. So now I've said a whole lot here. Then another thing that you now have to look for at this level, we have not used the trend line. I have not even looked at the internal structure. The next thing that you now have to look for here is, let's look for RSI. The RSI will tell us that even though we've been witnessing a level of, deviation, the RSI must cross the price. Let's look at it. If you're able to see it on DXY, this is daily. The daily is what you have to look for. It will first appear when it appears on the daily. It's a good sign for you that, yes, I think the price is done. So let's click and look at RSI. Now, looking at the RSI, we have seen that at this point forms the eye. For the first time here, the RSI had crossed this area. The RSI on the daily had crossed this area. So what this means is that price crossing this golden yellow line, this is the price in blue, crossing this for the first time means that the price is done, momentum is lost, they are ready to change the pattern. So if this will go up again, it will never take this top. It may take the top in terms of the price, but the important lesson you want to learn from here is that now this momentum is lost, they are done. They are done. So this may just correct to the top without taking the top here in terms of the RSI, and the price will begin to come down. So here now, even though it won't take the top here, it may take the top here because the price always lags, okay? So it may take the top here. So be sure, know that this is either correcting this to come down or it is the last move to the upside. And what I expect now is those two things from my analysis, that the price is going to probably not break the top. And if it breaks the top, it will find support at this level. Resistance at this level. It shouldn't break this area of 104.815. Then we are going to now see the beginning of the corrective wave B that will correct at least deep in 3 waves before we see the final leg. So it's kind of enduring. It's kind of enduring. So now, with that said, even on the RSI here, this area here and this area here, let me try and take it up. So this area here, we kind of see that it is at this point. This is the highest point now. So this being the highest point now, now tells me that on the daily, this is most likely the wave 3. So, and that should be the highest in terms of RSI, and with the RSI crossing here. So momentum loss, price will be dragging. It may take the top, then after that, maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll now see the change of the pattern. I think this might just run till the end of this month. By Tuesday or Wednesday, we might now see the proper move. And if it occurs before then, fine. So, but you don't expect something more ominous to happen, the momentum is lost. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame now, if I go to the 4-hour time frame and look at the RSI and the wave. So on the 4-hour time frame, this is where it all began. At this point, at this low here on the RSI and this. So the highest point of 4-hour, because you see the 4-hour usually it won't give you, you can see, even though the price is going up, you can see the way the RSI is nosediving. So you don't wait, because the RSI nosediving is telling you the momentum is dropped. That is what the RSI will tell you. So the momentum has dropped to this point. You can see here, even though the price kept dragging up, the momentum is coming down. So the highest point here from the price, let's look at it, is still not here, it's around this area. So this is the sharpest momentum for wave 3. But wave 3 on the daily now seems to have ended at this level. That is what we can see. So this has given us an end of wave 3. That is what I can see now. And this forms properly like a wave 4. I mean, so wave 4 here. So this is wave 4 of wave 3, and this is wave 3, 5 ending, and this now is wave 4 of in the major. So that is what it looks like on here. So the sharp move of wave 4, you can see the way it came down by breaking the wave 4 here. So the wave 4 of 3 here, we can see the way it is, and the movement breaking this to the downside. So this means that even here on 4-hour, it has crossed it. The daily is what you need at least. So it has crossed this, then they are going up. Going up, there is going to be momentum loss. The price most likely is going to break the top the last time, but it's not going to even get here. So, and will now continue to fall. That is what I can see now on the 4-hour time frame. So if I bring out my drawing to look at the, we now know, we have confirmed here that this is the height of wave 3, and wave 4 is gone. It's done completely. So this is corrective. That is what I can see here now, being more careful. So if we bring the drawing out, it's the way it is. So this is the ending structure. This is the ending structure, the way it is. This is the ending structure. It's going to be very difficult for you to spot wave 2. Like we said, this is the wave 1, this is wave 2 here. I think we have done that last week. So this is wave 1. This kind of wave, it's very difficult to deal with, because even if you take from here to here, you get a break, and this is wave 3, the sharpest movement, and this is our ending structure here, and until we're able to see wave 4 here, so this becomes wave 4 of wave 3, and the price went up. Now, this is the place to break for me. This point here, that is the place to break for me here. So that's wave 3, wave 4, wave 1, wave 2. So this is wave 4. That is wave 4 now. So we have a cleaner structure there. So you have to, see all of these. It's very important. So I see the price most likely is going to take this again now. That's how to use the daily and the RSI 2. So I see the price is going to take the top here, which is wave 3. So now I can take this out. Can now tell you wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is the last. So if this is the last wave, what do you expect at least? You expect a 161 extension to the upside. So if that is the case, from that low, if we expect a 161 extension from here, of course, it may be extended or truncated. So we are saying that the price should find resistance at least, or maybe at most now, here. At most there. At most at that level. So I'm teaching us this. It is difficult to predict the exact point that the price is going to, maybe I should just make it a blue zone. A blue, yeah, but now, or that it might be equal to wave 1. So wave 1 is from here to here. So if I want to now use something for that, from here, so is a teaching to this point. So I now take that up to wave 4. So if it's going to be equal to wave 1, so price should not even take up this area. It should not break here. So in between this area, these are areas I expect a change of pattern. If it takes the top the last time, then the price will now break again sharply to the downside, breaking this. Price is going to take this. It's going to take this. Price is going to take this to the downside. Price is going to take this. We have broken the daily candle once, which is the first sign. But now, price, if it goes up, it's going up sharply now. It's going to take this top, most likely take this top. Around between this area and this area, price will find resistance and drop. So that is what we expect. And now we now start our move proper. So if you've been selling DXY, this is where to put your stop loss in case price will break that. And any price action around above, you take. The most important area that we tell people to take is you look for 1, 2, 3 area, 1, 2, 3 area, 1, 3, 8. These are areas you can find, price action. At times it could be truncated without taking the top here. You have the 1, 2, 3 area, 1, 3, 8, 1, 6, 1, 8 is the last area. So if I want to, again, demonstrate that to you, from the top of wave 3, we have done so many things now. This is practical section. So I'm teaching as well. So we said that this is the most area it could get to or equal to wave 1 here. We have said that. Then 138 area appears to be exactly at this level. Those are the level that you may expect this to end. 1, 2, 3 area is where you may want to look for price now. So this is an area that the price may find resistance. That zone 1, 2, 3, 138, and the last now is here. So 1618 extension is bigger. That's the biggest here. And again, the equal to wave 1 is around exactly. So 1, 2, 3. So which you may want to pick your price from. But having said that, again, we try to look at the higher time frame where the resistance is, and price may use that. So if we go to the daily time frame, if you go to the daily time frame, or can I make you, let's go to the weekly. Weekly time frame will be more, appropriate. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, the resistance area probably will be around this, between this area and this area. So between this zone of 104,800 and this zone, maybe I might create a too long red zone now, and this area, but this is not, it's much unlikely. 105 is much unlikely. So those are the two zones between here and here. So those are the two zones, but this is a red spot. So if we now take it down to the daily for you to see those red spots, the daily. Now looking at the daily, so this is the resistance here between here and this here. That's what that's given. So I don't see price breaking this area before we turn to the downside. But again, saying this here and this now as we fall, so the most likely area now is price is not just going to walk up here because it's 161.8, but this is a very high confluence, 138, for the price to come to and take a bow. So I'm still saying that I look at these as wave 4 and we're going to do a wave 5. So having said that, you have to be very careful. So with what we have learned here on a DXY, we can take that to see the kind of price structure we are seeing on the euro dollar. Now, going to the euro dollar, do we have the same on the other side? Yes, we had the same on the other side. So the same on the other side. So you can see that the price broke the daily and to give us as if they are ready to go. So this also may be a wave 4. Then again, another thing, even though we are finding those, let me go back to it. Even though we look sure that this is at least minimum with 4 major, you are going to be counting the internal structure here, even though we know that the price may take about at the top here, at this point, most this area price may not cross it. So even though we know that, then we should be counting the wave structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as is going. We must be able to spot with 4 here, then to know, oh, this is the peak that we want to come to. So that's very important that we do that. Now, let me now go back to euro dollar. So on euro dollar is significantly the same here. So we have spotted this. Now I can also tell you, most likely, let's look at the RSI here. So the RSI have done the same by crossing these. So this had formed the lowest now. Lowest. So it's the same thing that has been printed. And with this happening here, then we can tell us that we are ready to go up and the price is not coming to take this low on the RSI, but I expect it to take the low on the price section, to take the low or not. But again, I don't expect it to take the low here. So this is the first sign, and this sign here coincide with what we say we are ready to go up. So if I were you, I would be expecting one last break. So if you have been buying, so this is where you want to put your stop loss in case price, wants to go back up. If they are finished indeed, price will not break here. So if price breaks 1.07831, that is where to actually put your stop loss below here. If it breaks 1.07831, then look for price to break down one more time. And then we're going to see a sharp movement, and that sharp movement now will break this candle to the upside at 1.08400. It's going to take it. and the correction will start from there. So that is what we are expecting. Now, going inside here is the same way, same thing that you're going to see if we bring this, the structure, how the delay structure out. So now we are seeing a break out of here. So this break confirms that, yes, momentum is being lost and we are trying to correct. We are trying to correct we are almost ready to correct to the upside. So going inside of a 4-hour time frame, or let's make use of that. Just make do with this rubbish line that I have here. Here as well. Now, this now forms a wave 4, so which may mean that all that we saw here, this may now come here. As a wave 3, if what we are saying is correct, as a wave 3, and this now will now be your wave 4 major. So if that is the case, so is that the beginning of a new move, or the least it can be is 4 now. So, and taking from here, to the upside. So a 161.8 is at 1.07125, which may look like, okay, that's the least here in terms of what the price may want to do, go down and find the support at this red zone area, 1.07125. Or we have marked that level, or we want to look for equal to wave 1. So the wave 1 started from top here down to this point. So if we take that also, just like we did from this top down to this area. And if we bring it down to wave 4 there, almost aligned, it remains small. Okay, I think that is perfect. So let me take it to the side. And let me use turquoise blue for it. Or, okay, let me use the same color. So if we now look at that and we take it up, if it's going to be equal to wave 1, so this area, it's an area you can begin to look for price, or at least here. So this is 1 to 0.1, like we saw on the other time frame, 107.125 here, which is the last place, and this is the place that it can be equal to wave 1. So that's the most. So this price should not even take this area. That's what we are saying now. So price, is going to burn off, except if they had completed, then price will not take this level here, and price will bounce back to the upside. If we are now going to look at, let's go and look at the smaller time frame to fine tune. I believe helping us, yes. Let's look like 1 hour time frame to fine tune. 4-hour time frame to fine tune. So the sharp nature, because the impulsive nature now tells me that this is wave 5, because that's another thing they're going to look for, on this kind of time frame. So the impulsive nature might say, okay, this is a wave 5, is it going to take the top, the bottom or not? So it's left for price to decide that. So if price is going to go up, it's not going to take this area at 1.07 whatever, so the price may just not break this area if we are going to go up. But from the impulsive nature here, it's a suspect of the last with 5. Let me take that up for us to do that analysis. Okay. So that means with 3 might just come here now. So taking that analysis from that bottom to the downside, on the higher time frame, it looks small, but on the lower time frame, it's a big area that may also chop off your account if you're not careful. So 125 is still the same. 1.07125 is still the same. That is giving us here. It's still the same. That is giving us here. So now you can see the area I gave here also, which is the level I gave here also coincide with 1, 2, 3. It coincides with 1, 2, 3, and that level is almost equal to with 1. You can see it here, almost equal to, that's with 1 mark here, 1, 2, 3. So I won't, if I were you, I will be looking at this coming to and 138 is another area you can be looking for price. So if I were you, maybe I want to pitch my tent here, because if I'm not able to follow the price, I want to pitch my tent here to look for price. But again, counting the internal structure will be also very important to know. Spot where with 3 will end. So in between this zone are the area that I will be looking for price and not here. Okay, so we are trying to tone it down. So let's also look at the higher time frame resistance here that we can get, just like we did for DXY on the weekly. I mean support rather. The higher time frame support that we can get from here. Now, here on the support level, we had broken this. This would have bring an area we should not break. This looks like a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. So breaking this tells us that now we are sure that we are looking at a bigger structure to break this bottom again now. So, but we need a B wave. This is an A wave. We need a B wave, and a B wave should find resistance around this area, this zone, and this area. So if we are going to have that B wave. So now the next area is this, is big, is huge. So price is not going to come here. Based on what we are seeing, I think, let's see if the monthly can help us here. The price is not that, Now, on the monthly, I think this area is what we can look that the price is not going to break. This area, this is a monthly close, this is a monthly close. I think this is the area, which is 1.07103. So price should not take all these ones, or at most around this area. Price should not. So if you are very afraid, I think 106 is 80. But I don't see price taking the low of this area here, this confluence of 1.07103. Price is not going to take that. So if we have a reaction here, and this will be a proper evening star in this corrective mode, it will be a proper evening star, and the price correcting a B for the month of November will find resistance either at this upper pole here on the monthly without taking this area here. So these are the areas the price is going to probably begin to drop again between 1.10 area and this area here. So we're going to follow what it's going to give. And after that, we're going to now come down to take this top, the bottom one more time. And then we're going to go up and take this complete the A, B, C to the upside. So this is the area of the support now. I'll be looking for maybe around this area, just close to the area of that 1.07125, or to be more, let's see, let me put something there, and I would probably turn that to golden yellow here. So let me turn it to golden yellow, because it's big also. Golden yellow or white. Is it pink now? Let me use pink for it. Good. So if I go back to the daily structure now, and let's see where it is. The daily structure, let me bring it out now. On the daily structure, where is it? I think it's low down. Price is not going to come there at all, at all. Yeah, it's here. Oh no, that's too far for price. That's too far. It's like finding support at it with two of these. So, you know, but I think we're going to look at all these ones. Between here and here, price will find support. I think this is a better support. This is far too much. And this is a better support now. That will be a better support. Not here. So this will be a better support here on the yellow. But I don't see price even getting to that point. So price may also use these or try to break this trend support also. Let's see that trend support, what that trend support has been. So you can see what the trend support has been here. Has been quite very useful here, and here. So the trend support also will guide us. So this might just be a good area, even based on the trend support. This might, but price most likely will pierce this trend support around this area. So expect price between 123 and 138 here. Price is not going to take this. From what I see, 5 will be finishing between here and this area. But having said that, it's still huge, because if you want to, from where price is now down to this red, that is huge. That is about 82 pips, 82, 83 pips. So, and if you are trading euro dollar, that's like an 8 on your 0.01, the smallest, that's like an $8. $8 move to the downside. So let it take you out, hit your stop loss, and you'll find another level to buy here. So that's what we can do. That's what we can do. You have to be very smart. And in trying to now count the internal structure, knowing where exactly we are coming to, we have to now go to 1 hour time frame at least, to see what we can count there. Can we count anything from that point of the turning? Yes. So If indeed it's coming down, this might be the first wave, this might be the second wave, this might just be the third wave, and this might just be the fourth wave of the last one. So what we need to see, we still need to see, it's either if these will correct deep, if these will correct deep, that's one thing I want you to see. Let me bring out the drawing. Bringing out the drawing, we've said that these are broken the daily here. If it's not the beginning of the move and it's the fourth wave, okay, if it's the fourth wave, this in itself looked like as if it has gone up in 5-wave structure, like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That is what I can see here also. Wave 1, A, B, C of wave 2. This looks like a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It could be anything. But again, we are just being cautious now that if this is a wave 2 to the downside, it should not take this. Between this zone, it should find support and begin to go up and break the top again. But if it's the last 5 waves, then this is sharp enough. So what you should be looking for is for this to close and do a retracement to the upside. If it's going to give you a retracement to the upside, I think it should give a retracement to the upside to correct a wave 2 without taking this around this area and this area. It should take a bow as wave 2, then drop add as wave 3, and that wave 3 is going to break here. Look for a wave 4. Yeah, it should break here. Wave 1 should not come straight, or 5 should not come straight and take this bottom. No, I don't expect that to happen. It has broken wave 4 here. If this is wave 4, or because this could be anything really, it could be an A, B, C. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is appearing now. That's how subjective it can be at times. But you look at the bigger picture for you to decide. So if we have a buy around this area. So if we take us out, then we allow this to go up, correct this maybe as a wave 2, drop, break this as a wave 3. Yeah, drop, break this as a wave 3, go up to correct wave 4, and this is 1, 2, 3 around this area, or 1, 3, 8 below it, then we'll take a buy. So let's just, patiently wait for what price is going to build. It's impulsive enough, so let's wait for what price is going to build. We should correct, because if you look at that on 15 minutes time frame, if you look at this on the 15 minutes time frame, and that's what exactly I'm saying here, you must be calm. This may be A, B, C, and this is maybe just wave 3 of the wave 1 of the ending structure here, and the wave 4 of that ending structure probably will not take this top. Then we come down one more time to finish with 5 before we begin to correct deep to the upside. But if you see anything that takes this point, yeah, is a teaching. If anything will come and take this point now, if anything will come and take this point now in the purple, then it should be seen as a deeper wave to correct this as the second wave, and this will be a wave 1. Breaking this to the upside is a second wave. without taking this top, anything that takes the top now tells you we are not correcting to the downside. We're not moving to the downside. Hey, this is the last. Breaking this to the upside means you are actually correcting the B wave. Now, breaking this to the upside, we are correcting B wave. Now, flat, take that from me. And if this goes up without breaking, that will be a short opportunity to sell. Once it breaks here without breaking this area and this area here, or this area, then you begin to sell again. That means we'll be wave 3, so which will be a bit longer. So let's see what price is going to build. So I'm just teaching us a break out of here is taken as a wave 2 of a wave 1 here. Then we'll now see a wave 3, but the area that we want to stall. So we'll be counting the wave. So how to count the wave is what I'm telling us now. How to count that wave. It's building up. It's going to build up. Let's see how it builds up. If it takes the low here, then taking the low here will be, wave 3. The wave 3 of this move will take the low here, correct the last wave 4, 5, then we turn to the upside. I think I've done enough here. So I'm going to be very fast. You're going to take the same to Nzdusd Usd. And we still have a couple of trades to talk about. Nzdusd Usd, Usdjpy, and gold. So let's see. Nzdusd Usd. On Nzdusd Usd. So what do we have? On Nzdusd Usd, we can't see that yet. So because the structure on Nzdusd Usd, we can't see a daily break yet, but this may just go up and end with 5 straight, without also giving us what we saw, the sign we saw. I think we saw a good sign on DXY and Euro USD. That is what we can't see that yet here. But at the same time, this may just be those last wave that will go on Nzdusd Usd. Let's see. You can see that we've not seen that move to cross this price. This may just touch here, end here, come up to break and still go down one more. So it could be anything here. It could bounce up here anytime on Nzdusd Usd. It could bounce anytime up to the upside. But we don't have a clear sign on the daily RSI to begin to look for a buy yet here. But at the same time, these are areas of support you'll be looking for in case you want to buy this. It's almost done too, but you are going to do practically almost the same thing to look for your buy. Now let's go to Usdjpy. I'm going to spend some time here because I want us to. This is almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. Now here too, I said it's been very corrective, even though after we came in and it looked as if it was going down, and we felt, oh, would it be the end here and the price will begin to come down? But what I can see here is that this looks like a wave 4 major now. It looks like a wave 4 major. Then the price maybe going up to tick the top. The same thing that you will see on DXY euro dollar is what we're about seeing here, and the price will fall thereafter. So now what do we see here? Now we have talked about WXY and what WXY structure usually what we expect, and that is what we are expecting on DXY as well as euro dollar for a wave C on the last leg. So we saw this flat develop here, like an A structure, like a B structure, and that this is going up as a C structure, or a W, X, and a Y leg, which where this one is looking like something that is giving up a zigzag structure to the upside from here, which is WXY. So, but this is almost done. Now we are going to come to this area in itself. So imagine the move here is what we saw with DXY and Euro dollar, and we had not seen a B. But on USD JPY, we have seen a B, and this is a C. Now, looking at this C now, what do we see here on the C? What we saw here, if we try to look at the RSI, the RSI, I don't think it has also dropped on the daily. Okay, so we are seeing it testing this as a support. So the RSI also may not have crossed this area now, but it's about, I think the RSI may go up without taking this top. That's what I can see here. The RSI may just go up without taking this top and drop to cross. So that is what is going to build and lose momentum here. So, but I still see this as going up to take the top. So if you have a small account and you are on 0.01, this may also drag further to give us an extra between 200 pips to the upside. And you must be very careful, So now, this is the first wave A, and this is wave B here, and this is the last wave C. In the last wave C here, we had seen a 1, we had seen a 2, and we have finished the third wave here. And this is the ending structure of the third wave to finish the third wave. It's an ending structure of the third wave. And we believe this is the fifth, this could be the fifth wave of the fourth of the third. That's what I think it is. And this is the fourth wave, which is the last wave, and we're going to see a move to the upside. Now, if I go to the lower time frame, the lower time frame structure here on the 4-hour time frame perfectly gives this maybe as the fourth wave of that wave, internal structure of wave 3, to do 5, and we now have A, B, C, D, E of that structure. Then this is like 5 of wave 3. So, but let's look at the RSI. So looking at the RSI, if we are taught that wave 3 had ended here, so see what we have. These had moved higher. So which means that this is where wave 3 actually ended. On the 4-hour, wave 3 has ended here, and this is the fourth wave major. This is the fourth wave major. So the same thing on DXY and Euro dollar. So we are about seeing this as a move. They may make this like an ABC or a WXY that will come to the downside before it turns up, or it may just continue to go up. That is what I see. This is not, it can drop anytime, but it's just about being ready. So if I were you, if I've been selling, I want to be, if you are not selling on a bigger lot, if you're selling on bigger lots, you may find your stop loss around this area. Because this is it now. 1, 2, this is 3, 4. And this may actually now be from the RSI. From the RSI, this will be last wave of 3. From the RSI, we may be seeing the 4th wave here. So from the RSI, it's another thing to feel that this is the 5th wave of wave 3. That's the way I see it. This is the 4th wave of wave 3, the 4th wave of wave 3, and the 3rd wave finishes here. I mean, sorry, the 5th wave finishes here. It's the 4th wave, and this is going up to finish up. So if it's going to finish up the same way that what we saw, the same way what we saw here, if is the hand and it's going to still come to the downside, it may just do an A, B, a C without breaking this area. If it does it, you see, begins to descend from here, then we should find it should now be a WXY to find support and go up again. But it may just be continue to drag to the upside to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it's going to break the top from here, it may be truncated here. So this is it can be very tricky for us because it may not necessarily take the top. It may, just come to the, just get truncated and, begin to come down. So you must do all that you can do, to make sure that you are in this game. So if you are not selling a big lot, good for you, because I don't expect you to sell a big lot from here. The next trust, if it's going to come, is going to break this area. So once it takes this area, we are in a proper sell. So we are almost there. So all you can do also is to build from here and look for looking for this area is the area that where we'll see 1618, and this area is 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 8 here. And this wave 1 being equal to wave 1 will come to this area here. So for me, if price is going to break the top, now in between here and this point are the area that the price can come to, but the counting the instant structure would help. So that's what we can do. So I don't see price breaking beyond this point here. I don't see price breaking beyond 154,500. I don't see that. But the sure place that this price may just fall if it takes the top again is at this area of 154 here, 153,900 or 154, without even working up here. So I see it more if it breaks the top. This is the high confluence that price may come to, which is also equal to the area of 1.382 here. So between this zone here and this zone here is where price, if it breaks the top, continue to count your wave 3. If you get your wave 3 and also we see wave 4, then you can look for your sell around this area if it takes the top. It might not take the top. It might just be truncated and come to the downside. But I think DXY will also be the key factor that you're going to be looking at. DXY, where is DXY, and if it coincides with any of this area where DXY had finished its micro force structure of that last wave 5, then you must be looking for a fall around that area too. But in terms of on the bigger picture for this particular trade, it's almost done. Like I said, on the bigger picture, what we can look for because it's the all-time high, you might not see too much of if you look at the weekly time frame, this is all-time high here that we are seeing that the price had printed here, all-time high. So, and this is the corrective format. So we can only look at this area here, this point here at 1.5 as the highest resistance, which I don't think price will come to. So the next area will be this confluence here. it's a very big area. That's where the green is. And the next one is actually this doji here, not this one. So in terms of extension, this will be around the area the price may come to. This area here is 138, and this area here is 1618. So if I bring out the structure, so you can see it again. So you can see this is 138. I said price, I don't think price will come to. And this is 1618 around this area. I don't think price will come to. This remains a very big area for price to come to now. I think, yes. If I take this more down properly to where the candle closes here. So yeah, you can see it closes perfectly around this area. So this is a high confluence area. Yeah, it's a high confluence area for price to come to. So, and if we now go down again to look at that, I don't think price is going to take this to the upside. This is 138 and this is 161.8. So this looks like a very big area. If price should break this again, price will find resistance here. That's what I think. It looks small, but it can be big. You know, this is where we are now. So it can be big. So that's why, you know, trading with small lot size around this zone, it's what you should first do until we see that shift. Now, with that said, and with that little correction up there, so we can see that that's the green again. So the green again here had formed just around 123 below 138. So this area, a high confluence area. So if price is not going to take this area here, if price takes about here, it will just coincide with 123 or 127 here, and price will fall. If price breaks above here, then this 123 is not going to stop it. The price most likely is going to use this area as the next, you know, resistance. Or maybe yes, resistance. So we are looking at price from here now. Price may do this. Take a bow by being truncated at 88 pips. Come here, find resistance at about 140, or come here and get stalled out at about 220. So these are the areas that but this is an almost, you know, area that would not expect price at 292 pips. So it looks more of less of 220, more of about 140 pips, where it could get truncated here. So the first thing we look for now is price to violate this. If price should violate this, then you know it's the high tendency for price to is to walk up to this. I will look at this area first. Look for this area. Look at where DXY is around this zone. If I'm going to take a sell from here. What I'm saying is that we are almost ready. We are almost ready, but we can't say, oh, yes, we are coming down now, but we are almost ready. Anybody that wants to look for a buy here, you must look for a buy with all your eyes open, because the wave will just start and it's going to be big and sharp that you will not be able to control. Going up, you can control it if you are scaling and you are trying to push your stop loss. That's what you can do. You can take a buy, you know, from these levels and continue to, you know, scalp up and, you know, follow with your stop loss, because all of a sudden the sharp move will occur and take you down. So the sharp move we are expecting is towards the downside now, not towards the upside. And this is not going to, it's going to die off. That is what we are, you know, whatever they are doing here is just wasting your time. They might break the top, but it could be the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside as the last week 5 to the upside. No, of course, because these had not been sharp enough for me. It's just a warning, and the price is about taking a bow. So that's what I think here now. So like this area, yes, price should not even break here. So price should not break here. So if price should break here, it means that price is going, further up. Price should not take this area at all, between this area. Yeah, this is the last place, the green area, price should not take it. So if we get a reaction to sell here, watch for that price. If it's going to come to the downside hard and break this to the downside, then that might just be the beginning of the run. So anything can happen here. So you have to follow this very closely. Now let's look at gold. I'm trying to teach, pardon if it's taking too long, I can't do physical training for now until later, but it will help somebody, all this analysis. Gold. What can we see on gold? On gold too, we are saying this as the internal structure of wave 3, probably wave 4 of 3, and this probably could be the last wave of wave 5. If that is the case, if that is the case, we should not take this area. But now, the way we've gone up sharp, the price is going to erase this. This also looks like wave 4 now, a major 4 for this. The internal structure of this is gone as a wave 3 of this move. And so this is like wave 4 breaking this bottom here. I see this also going on as wave 5, the last wave before we see a big correction. So we are almost seeing that big correction. So let's look at the daily. This is daily. Let's look at RSI. What is it giving us? So we can see the RSI also dropping like this. And here, this is the height so far. So this might just be the height of wave 3. And so we might see these also going up without taking this top, then drop one more time. It's almost taking the top. So that's what I see. The first sign is that this is a major 4. That's what I can see. Is a major 4 for this structure, not for the entire structure, for this structure. And so once we go up, we are coming to do a major 4 of this entire run to the upside, maybe from here. So we'll see that we've been talking about. Let's see. Now, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 3. And we may be finishing this up also as 5 in the blue of 3 in the blue. So the 3 in the blue is about being completed. 3, 4 in the turquoise blue, and 5. 3 in the blue is about being completed. If we break up one more time, then this is where we are coming to, this zone. This is the zone probably we are coming to. So if price should drop, price is going to drop hard. First, take out this 4 here. Take out this. Once we take this out, this is where we are coming to. So what we are saying is that if that move starts, if this move should start after breaking the top, we are looking at least from the present top, we are looking at least about 1,500 pips to the downside to 2,000, about 3,000 pips to the downside, either 1,500 to 3,000 pips to the downside, if not 3,500 pips to the downside. So these are the areas we can come to if that move should start. This is the last move to the upside. This is fourth wave of this. This is completed completely as 3 here, and this is the fourth wave. A break to the upside should find support, resistance up there. So you can look at the RSI also. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame now on gold, I see this as the last move. I see this as the last move now. That's what I can see here. I see this as the last move. A break out of here tells you, but I can tell you that this is like the fourth wave is is a sharp wave breaking this area, breaking this the primary fall here. So the primary fall is taking and is a sharp wave to the downside. If you're not careful, you'll be an ABC. If it's indeed an ABC, it should not go past this one. So if I want to take a sell, I should be looking to take a sell around this area, and my stop loss maybe just 1 or 2 pips above this area. I can look for a sell, and if it takes me out, I'm out. I'm out. So, but it looks more like a wave 1, an ABC of 2, that we are doing an internal structure of 3. So taking the top means that we're going to be looking for our sell at the top here. So you must be very careful. You must be very careful. So, and with that also, we are looking at this possibility that we might see, this entire run to get to 2789 area. But if I were you, I'll be looking at potentially to sell from 2770 and 2789 or 2790 area. It should be the last area to look for a sell. So these are the areas that one should be looking for a sell. These are the areas that one should be looking for a sell. This is the high tendency area to look for a sell. Now, at 1618, and if it's going to be equal to wave 1, this is wave 1 here, and this is the wave 1 here that we're talking about. From here to this one is wave 1, and that is what I'd cloned here as a wave 1 from this 4. So this is the high confluence area for me to look for a price. So I may want to put it at 138, but if there is a sell set up around this area, I would take it. But from the impulsive nature here, it could also be an A, B, and a C. It depends. So it depends, but I will look for it to break the top one more time. And that's the last top is going to break here before we have the sell. And it's a huge move from where we are. It's like a 400 pips move. From where we are currently, it's a big move if you're not careful. You can see that's about, from here, that's about 42 pips. 420 pips. 420 pips is, it's what it could do before we finish these as 3 in the blue. Before we finish that as a 3 in the blue, that's what it could give us. So let's see a break one more time to the upside, and we look for a sell. That's what I think. Now, if we look for a sell from here, it's going to be small, so it's quite impulsive. And let's look at the internal structure on the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to finish soon. It's too long. Now, so this could be a 1 and a 2. It could also be an A, B, and a C. And if it's a C, the way it's wedging, if they could take about from here, if it's going to wedge, they could take about from here. Anything more than here, breaking out of here means that we are taking the top. So just know that. So if we have a reaction here, then it's now that this is A, B, C, and it's going to turn to the downside to take this bottom. But otherwise, this may be a wave 1, an A, B, and a C of wave 2, and this is going up as a wave 3. So it means that even if you are going up, this had finished with 1, with 2, and is going up as with 3. So that's what you can now begin to peruse. If it breaks here, then it's a wave 3 to the upside. Then it should do a 4th, a 5, and turn to the downside. So with that, I've come to the end of today's update. Happy trading.